If you're traveling soon and you're bringing your iPad with you, there are a few things that you should do before you leave so you can make your entire trip so much easier. Because your iPad can do much more than just watching Netflix on a plane. You can use it to organize your entire trip, navigate a new city, translate menus and signs, keep track of reservations, download entertainment, and even stay connected without constantly relying on your iPhone. And personally, my iPad is actually my favorite travel companion. I use my iPhone for when I really need my phone, whether it's for taking pictures, recording videos, vlogging for you guys, making calls, and sending texts. Everything else, I'm reaching for my iPad. And all of my iPads are cellular, which makes them even better for travel because I can stay connected without constantly using my iPhone as a hotspot. So today I'm giving you 10 iPad travel tips that I use and that I think you should know before your next trip. So without any further ado, let's get started. So let's start with one of the most important things that you can do before traveling. Downloading maps. If you're traveling somewhere you've never been before, you don't want to depend entirely on having an internet connection. Apple Maps lets you download an area so that you can access maps even when you're offline. So let's say I'm traveling to London. Before I leave, I'll download the area that I'm going to be exploring. That way, if I lose Wi-Fi or cellular service, I can still pull up my map and figure out where I am and where I need to go. And here's my recommendation. Download the maps before you actually need them. Don't wait until you're standing in the middle of a city without service because trust me, I've done that and I do not recommend that. Tip 2, making your iPad your itinerary because it's the perfect place to keep it. Instead of having your flight information in one app, your hotel reservation in your email, restaurant reservations somewhere else, and your plans scattered across your iPhone, put everything together on your iPad. Personally for me, I like creating a dedicated folder for each trip. Then I'll keep things like flight confirmations, hotel reservations, restaurant bookings, tickets, travel documents, and honestly, anything else that I might need. And you don't have to do this in the Files app. You can even create a note with your entire itinerary. For example, day 1, I arrive, I check into the hotel, and then I go for dinner. Day 2, museum, lunch, shopping. Day 3, day trip, and so on and so forth. And because you're on an iPad, you have plenty of room to actually see your plans and tweak them with your Apple Pencil. And if you have a keyboard, you can also quickly make changes as your trip evolves. Tip number 3, and this is perhaps one of my favorite iPad-specific travel tips. Use your iPad's multitasking and window management. You see, travel planning usually means jumping between several apps, whether it's Maps, Safari, Notes, Calendar, Messages, Email, but you don't have to keep switching back and forth. You can have multiple windows open and arrange them around your screen. For an example, I might have Apple Maps open on one side and my itinerary on the other so I can look at my plans and my location at the same time. Or maybe I'm researching a restaurant and I'll have Safari open next to Notes so that I can copy information directly into my itinerary. This is one of those things that makes the iPad feel less like a giant phone and more like a portable travel computer. Tip number 4, using your iPad to translate. If you're traveling internationally, this one can be a lifesaver. Your iPad can help you translate text using features like live text and translate. So let's say you're sitting at a restaurant and the entire menu is in a language that you don't speak. You can use your iPad to capture the text and just translate it. And because you're doing this on the iPad, you have that larger screen to work with so you can actually see the menu, read the translated text, and figure out what it is that you're ordering. But don't just think about restaurants here. This can also be useful for street signs, train stations, museum descriptions, store signs, instructions, you name it, it'll translate it. Tip number 5, using your iPad to convert currency. So here's another little trick that's surprisingly useful when traveling internationally. So let's say you're shopping in Europe and something costs 150 euros. You can simply just search the conversion. For example, in Spotlight, I can do 150 euros to USD and it'll give it to me. Now, time for a sponsor break. If you're someone who uses an iPad with a Magic Keyboard, you probably know the struggle of finding a case that actually works with it. And that's why I've been enjoying this, the MAGEASY Cover Buddy. It works seamlessly with the Apple Magic Keyboard so I can keep the protection on my iPad without constantly taking it off. And a great new upgrade to the Cover Buddy is its smart connector. Since Apple optimized the Magic Keyboard's electrical connection this year, MAGEASY also updated Cover Buddy's connector for smoother and more durable use. So the updated smart connector design allows the iPad to connect to the Magic Keyboard with the case installed, so there is no interruption to the experience. experience. And because it magnetically aligns with the keyboard, everything feels so secure. And you also get protection around all the sides, which is great for those everyday scratches and minor bumps that can happen when you're throwing your iPad into a bag or moving around with it. Plus, I also get built-in Apple Pencil storage, so I can simply attach my pencil to the case. And what I really love is that after I remove the iPad from the Magic Keyboard, I don't have to worry about the iPad making direct contact with the desk surface because it's protected with the Cover Buddy. MAGEASY also sent me their microfiber polishing cloth, which has this really nice glove design that makes cleaning fingerprints and dust off the display super easy. So if you're looking for a way to protect your iPad while still keeping the clean Magic Keyboard experience, the MAGEASY Cover Buddy is definitely worth checking out, and so is this cleaning cloth. I'll leave the link in the description below, and you can use code PHASE8 for 8% off your purchase. Now, back to tips. All right, tip number 6, and this is a big one for me personally. If you have a cellular iPad, use it. I really appreciate having that connectivity built in because I'm not constantly asking, is there Wi-Fi here? I can just pull out my iPad and get online, whether I'm at the airport or a coffee shop, in an Uber, or when I'm just out exploring a city. And this is especially useful because it means I don't have to constantly turn my iPhone into a hotspot. And that's important for me because I want my iPhone battery available for my camera, phone calls, texts, and everything else that I might need it for. That's what makes a cellular iPad such a great travel device for me. It gives the iPad a level of independence that you just don't get with a Wi-Fi only model. Of course, you'll need an appropriate cellular plan or an international data option when traveling, but once that is set up, it can be incredibly convenient. Now let's talk about the fun stuff. Before I travel, I always recommend downloading some entertainment, whether it's movies, TV shows, YouTube videos, specifically my videos, music, podcasts, books, whatever it is that entertains you, because you don't want to get on a long flight and realize that the episode of Ted Lasso you really wanted to watch isn't downloaded. And this is another reason that I prefer the iPad for travel. I don't want to spend hours watching a movie on my iPhone. My iPhone is already my camera, and the iPad gives me a much bigger screen that's way better suited for watching content. And reading is another huge one for me. I'll download books to Apple Books and use the iPad to read during the flight or while I'm taking a break at a coffee shop. So the iPad isn't just helping me get around, it's actually helping me to enjoy the trip. And honestly, some of my favorite moments with my iPad while traveling are the quiet ones. I'm back at the hotel after a long day, I have my iPad, I'm watching an episode of a show, read some books, just really entertaining myself and relaxing. All right, tip number 8, and this is something that I highly recommend doing before you even leave for your trip. Download your boarding passes, hotel confirmations, train tickets, restaurant reservations, travel insurance, whatever it is that you need that you think is important to take with you, and put everything in one folder. That way, if you suddenly don't have internet access, you're not scrambling to find something. You can just open files and everything is right there. But I actually like to take this step one step further, which brings me to tip number 9. Before I leave for any trip, I'll screenshot anything that I know that I'm going to need. So everything that I just went over, the boarding passes, flight information, hotel confirmation, train tickets, literally everything, I will take separate screenshots of it. And I know that might be me being a little extra, but trust me, it helps. I'll create a dedicated album in photos called something like London 2026. Then I'll put all of those screenshots in there. That way, if I suddenly have no internet connection, I don't have to search through thousands of photos trying to find the screenshot that I need. I can just open photos, go to my travel album, and everything is there. All right, last but certainly not the least, here's another feature that can be really useful when traveling: Find My. If you're traveling with family or friends, you can share your location with them. So instead of constantly texting, "Where are you?" you can just simply go on the Find My app and check their location. And if you're traveling alone, you can also share your location with someone back home. So if you're traveling soon, think about your iPad as more than just an entertainment device, especially if you have a cellular iPad. Just make sure that you prepare it before you leave. My iPhone can focus on capturing the trip while my iPad helps me plan it, navigate it, stay connected, and enjoy it. And honestly, I don't think I could travel without my iPad. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and let me know down in the comment section below, what's your favorite way to use your iPad when traveling? And I'll catch you in the next one.